Hi guys, how you doing? Can everybody hear me alright, by the way? Because I'm rigged up to a mic. If I can't hear me, please let me know, by the way. So this is the first time doing this one for here, so I wanted to add some effects into this, but for some reason I couldn't do it, and I don't know why, but it's my first one, but I'll be putting more onto it. But please let me know, by the way, if you can hear me okay, but you should be able to hear me okay. If failing that, I'll take this other mic out for there. So listen, this is the first time called Mersey's Hour, right? And then what we're going to do is, every week we're going to be talking about different subjects for there. It doesn't matter if there's one on or 1,000 on, we're still going to talk about it for there and put things together, right? So, what we're going to talk about, actually, to be honest with you, what was going to happen is we were supposed to be talking, there's my phone's gone already for there. What it is this week we're supposed to be talking about depression, and I was really looking forward to that one for there, but what's happened is some people that wanted to actually come on board with the video link and they wanted to discuss certain things, they were very happy to discuss, but they're on holiday, so I thought, right, that's quite a good one, that one, so what I'll do is I'll put that one back. I'll put it back maybe 2 or 3 weeks for there, because I've got a wee schedule that I want to keep. So we're going to talk about personal training. Now, we're going to do this Mersey's Hour, but we might not be on for there, right? So some folk will get bored and things like that, they'll probably watch so much yet, right? But this is something that is somebody gave me a wee idea today, and I'm looking forward to doing it, you know, because you know me with Facebook and that, I love it. I like to use it the right way for there, you know. So I know I'm born used with some of that stuff now, but so we're going to talk about personal training and different stuff. If you want to actually put in, you know, a wee speech thing and say what's this, what's that, and blah blah blah, then I'll answer questions as much as I can for there. Now anything that I'm not really 100% sure of, I'll go away, I'll research it, and I will private mail you back, no problem. Anybody want to talk about anything personal training as well, then you can send me a messenger, and it'll be kept private. So if you think I don't want anybody to know what I'm asking Steve and blah blah blah, and then I'll read it out, and then so you'll know the answer for there, but I won't let anybody know what it is. Everything's all kept private anyway, always is that way with me for there. So listen, I just want to give a wee shout out here to Turbo Trill and Safeguarding All Fighters and Eventualities, Niall Burke Valets, Roy's Sparkling Clean Valets, High Five Commercial Cleaning, Spartan Bare Knuckle Fight Club, MB Glass Solutions, and look up my good friend James D, and that's DE at the end there, and go to Carlton Gyro Productions, which is on YouTube. He's a very interesting guy, by the way, so I'd like to maybe give him a wee ad and listen to this guy talk. This guy is really good, by the way, at putting things out there, and he's very knowledgeable, and he talks about, he's put it together, you know. So anybody want to be shout out with different stuff, just put it on it for there, no problem. And I will gladly help you, no problem at all. Everything I do here is all free. Somebody asked me the other day and says, much do you charge to put up a wee advert if you're talking about something? Don't charge nothing at all. And I will put anything that you want to, I will put up. So what's going to happen eventually is we're going to be able to get stuff on the screen and on that for there. So I just spun out about half an hour ago actually how to do that, and I'll be stressing myself out trying to put these things up, because I can be able to put up links for videos and different things for there. Anything that you want to know, anything that you want to sort of advertise, please let me know. You can send me a private mail right now or a text message, and I will put you up live for there. So as I say, we're going to call this the Mersey's Hour for there. Some people will come on and some folks get their ideas. Tiffany says, hello Uncle Stevie. That's me, by the way, that's me. Wee Tiffany and Theo, by the way. I'll still to see wee Theo, but you know I'll be doing, missus, you know I'll be doing. So what we're going to do is the aim of this is every week, there'll be different topics every week, and the aim of this is really just to talk about mostly things that I do. Now, we will not discuss football, religion and politics and stuff like that. We won't discuss that. Certain other things that I will be discussing, but what I won't allow is anybody to come on and slag anybody. I'm not going to somebody saying you're talking rubbish, this and that. I don't want that. I don't want that set up. So I just want it to be where everybody can join in and everybody's above board with it. That's all I'm looking for. To say this is the first one I'm doing it. It'll be every Sunday at 7 p.m. As I say, Mersey's Hour, but it could go on for 30 minutes, could go on for 40 minutes. People, as I say, people get bored with this mush, do you know what I mean? So got my hat on today because I never shaved my skull today, you know. So listen, as I say, anybody want to be shouted for the sponsors, you can let me know for there, and I'll continually shout these sponsors out for there. I'll give you another man on that. It's Turbo Trill Plastering, safeguarding all fighters and eventualities, Niall Buck valets, Roy's Sparkling Clean valets, High Five Commercial Cleaning, and Spartan Bare Knuckle Fight Club, MB Glass Solutions, and James D with a D and an E, by the way, really interesting guy, seriously. And he's on YouTube as Carlton Gyro Productions for there. So just double checking that nobody's sending anything in for there. So let's get started a wee bit further now, right? So as I say, we'll get out of the road because some folk are asking me, what's it all about? It's just different topics every week. That's all it is, different topics. Or as my mate says, when it comes on to some depression, anxiety, we call you Fraser Crane, you know. When it comes on to things like depression, things like that, then I will answer questions or I'll answer it privately. No problem. I will give what knowledge I've got and I will put it there for there. Doesn't mean to say that I'm 100% right. It's actually with personal training. Remember, personal trainers have got all their own ideas in what they want to do. They've all got their own ideas. So it's not like me saying, I'm the best, please come with me, blah, 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 right? But I'm also advertising myself, which is fair enough, right? So I've got a few wee topics here that some folk are asking. They're asking through the week in the gym and they were saying, oh, ask about that, ask about that, ask about that, right? So we're going to start off with number one here, right? And number one is why would you pick a personal trainer, right? Right, it's in the name, personal trainer, right? Now, the biggest thing is a lot of people don't like training in a gym. They don't like training in a gym. They'll go to a gym and, you know, they're maybe people shouting and bawling or this or that. Probably one of the biggest things is some folk are asking to come in now, by the way, but I will bring these in a wee minute, right? I'll promise, I'm no dinging these, I will definitely bring these in. So the some people were saying that when they go to other gyms and things like that for there, they just don't like it, right? Now, as I say, I've got a few female clients and they'll say, you know, guys always staring at them and different stuff like that, you know, and they just don't like that, right? Blah, blah, blah for there. So they like the one-to-one. So you're picking a personal trainer because a personal trainer is just me and you, right? So this is what the list we're going to go through for here and talk about. As I say, different subjects every week on it. When you come into my gym, right, or probably any other personal trainer, right? So I'm not advertising any other trainers, but they're probably the same, right? It's personal, right? It's one-to-one, simple as that. When you walk through that door, then you're coming in and you're just, all you're doing is coming in and discussing me, what your training is going to be about, things like that for there. One thing I don't tolerate is if somebody comes in and says, I was with so-and-so before and they this and they that. Stop dead, not interested. And what he done or what she done, that's not relevant to me one single bit, and I will not get involved in the conversation of but they're this and they're that, you come with me because it's all about that, and I don't do that, and I've been in this game a long time, right? So you come to me and what happens is as I say, why pick a personal trainer? At the start is what can you do, how fast are you, how strong are you, blah blah blah. You know, some folk will come in and they're athlete level. You get a lot of MMA guys and stuff that come to me for striking coach and some boxing guys, you know, and the top of their game and what they do. So their training, it can be different for anybody else's. Their training can be absolutely different for anybody else's. That's how it works out. Your training could chop and change. It could absolutely chop and change for there, right? So just giving you an idea is some people will probably see it different. I don't know other gyms and what they do and what's happening, but I like to get to know the client, but because I also do hypnotherapy counselling myself, I like to get into the client's head. You know, in fact, I'm in the head whether you like it or not. As simple as that. I mean, anybody knows me will tell you that, right? So what it is everything in the gym is mind and body, and I think that every personal trainer should do that. I'm not saying you should or you better, I just think they should. I think, you know, getting to know the client, this and that. But the thing is, a lot of personal training courses, if you want to hear now, they don't do that. They don't do mind stuff. They just say bicep, tricep, cardio, resistance bands, dumbbells, this and that, bit of boxing. There's a certificate, thanks, right? They don't get into that, but I think they should include that, right? You can let me know your views on this video, right? So I've got the box at the bottom there to tell me who's coming in and stuff like that for there. But if I don't reply to what you're saying, I will reply to you personally later on. I promise I'll not leave anybody out for there. And anybody want to come in, I will definitely bring them in for there, no problem. So motivation is a big thing, right? See, when it comes to personal training, right, motivation is what's needed. People that walk into the gym now, there's probably a few personal trainers that's maybe on this now, I don't know, and it's like he or she isn't motivated, this and that. How do you motivate a person to sort of get things together? How do you motivate them? I'll tell you how I motivate them, right? Because number one, and I see this quite a lot, how many times has somebody looked in a mirror and they're like, hate my body, hate my body, hate my body, hate my body. They hate it. They constantly hate it, right? And at the end of the day, and I'll say, you've probably been saying that for the past 4, 5, 6 months, maybe a year, right? Just think what you would have looked like if you'd have been in a gym and you'd have put things together. Simple as that. Now, I'm also going to dig deeper here with some things on this wee list. You'll see where I'm going with this today, right? So say you're welcome to send me a wee private mail, and I will definitely reply to people on that for there. I'm getting a wee listing at the bottom here who's coming in, but I thought it would have come up full screen, but it's not giving me full screen. I don't know why. But motivation's a big thing. It's motivating the client. And what I do is I'll discuss some stories when I used to train as a fighter years ago in Thai boxing and boxing. I want to give a shout out to Big Archie Mackay, RIP, if he falls with boxing ABC, the main man without a doubt. Always like to mention Big Archie Mackay. And he was a motivator. Whether you like it or not, he was a motivator. And I like to, and I'll discuss a story with them, and I'll talk to them, and I'll say, where they've been and what they've done. Because so many people hate their body. They can't stand their body, they hate. But that's body dysmorphia. My mate looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger, seriously. Ripped to the bone and everything, but he'll hate his biceps or his delts. It's body dysmorphia. And you might have looked up, I'll do a wee video on that one day for there. Doesn't matter what you've got, people hate it, and they want more. And they look at somebody else and go, I want that. You get folk in here that look absolutely amazing, but they definitely want more. And the people that's below them will say, I wish I had what they had. So that's what happens. But the motivation to come to the gym is very, very, very important. The motivation to the gym. So at the end of the day, you want to sort of grab the client straight away. I don't mean grab the client as in grab the client for money. You want to grab them straight away because they came to you. They came to you and they trust in you, or somebody said, go to him or this or that or her or this or that, blah 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 for there. So that's how I do my motivation things on it, and I'll go through things for there and to keep them in the gym. Now, do you know what I say to some people? Whether you're training with me or whether you're training with somebody else, please do not stop. I will never turn in and say, always train with me, always train with me. You'll never hear that from me, never. All my years of coaching, I just do not believe in that statement for there. I don't believe in that statement. So it's whether you're training with me or training with somebody else, please just always try and keep it going. Motivation is a big thing, right? So another thing as well is routines. What routine do you give somebody when they walk through the door, right? So somebody might walk through the door and rip to the bone, or somebody might come in overweight, this and that. You've got to decide on the routine. Now, this is one I like to talk about, because when people come in, I used to be regimented. Now, if you're a fighter, I'm regimented. Now, let's break that down. What I mean by regimented is I will decide what you're doing. If you're a fighter, because you're walking into that ring, whether you're male or female, I will decide what you're doing, right, for there. So does that mean that somebody comes in that's not a fighter, they get less of training? No, not at all. It's how you work with a client, it's how you work with them, because if somebody comes into the gym, right, and what happens is if they're no, how do I put it, if they don't want to be a fighter, now, if you're putting them through a fighter's routine, say, or somebody that's a football player, or this or that, or this or that, they have got to train at a high level for them, right? Now, what you'll find is, and it's these days, by the way, it's more difficult, because I've seen the timeline of training, and it's doing a wee bit. This is where it takes it right back to motivation. So, what routine would suit? So, the routine, what I usually do is when you come to me, now, it looks like a wee advert how I'm talking here. It's really talking, because I spoke on here, they probably don't know me as well. So I'm really just telling you what's what. Anybody want to put a wee thing in the bottom there, then Tommy Hands, big Tommy Hands there, how you doing, my man? So at the end of the day, if you the routines that we're looking for will definitely suit different people. So what I do is when you come into me the first time, is I'll say, right, today is an assessment. It's an assessment. That's how it works with me in personal training. I want to see how fast you're this, that, strong, different things for there. And you probably can do a lot more. But I don't, you might even walk in and say to me, oh, I'm European boxing or Thai boxing champion. You will still do an assessment with me. It doesn't matter, because I want to see what you're all about for there, right? So, different training routines. And as a personal trainer, they should know that. They should know that. Now, I don't know, as I say, I don't know what other folk do for there. I really don't know what other folk do for there. If they keep it a strong regime up for here, and that's how it goes. But I think it's better to come and go with your clients for there and how things work. I think it's better to come and go, you know. And then, but as I say, because I'm a mind coach as well, I think clients will walk in here and their heads are down and things like that, and you know they're not up for it. Now, that's just what I'm saying when I go back to it again, where I think personal trainers should they be trained in the mind, right? Trained in the mind, or common sense, to be honest with you. Well, I work both them. So somebody comes in and the head's doing this and that. I don't ask them any of their business and things like that, right? It's up to them to tell me. But what happens is, I know if I'm going to get a good training session that day or no, or I'll bring it down a wee bit, I'll bring it down a wee notch, you know. And then another thing is, if maybe somebody says, oh, I feel I've not done good today, and instead of embarrassing me with different stuff, I'll say, no, I just wanted to bring it down just to see where you were, and I've added more in, you know. And that's the psychology of the sport for there and putting it together, okay? So what does a trainer look for? What does a personal trainer look for? Well, he looks for dedication. He looks to see if you're interested, you know, and you want to put things together. I always look for that. As I say, when somebody comes in, that's what I look for. If somebody walks in the first time, they go, and I'll be dead honest with you, because there's an element of Scotty McClue here, by the way. I'll just say what I want to say, right? And I've been noted for it. But if somebody walks in the first time and their head's done, right, and I say, bicep curls, oh, can I do it? Treadmill, can I do it? Bike, can I do it? Whatever, can I do it? Whatever, can I do it? Whatever, can I do it? That's their last day. And I'll not bring them down by that. I will not bring them down. I'll just put it to them nicely, and I'll just say, listen, I don't think this is for you, or I'm no the personal trainer for you, because I've got to admit there's times where, regarding, even though I'm a mind coach, there's times where I will fail. You know, it's as simple as that. I never claim to be the best at anything for there. Never ever say it. So that's what I always look for when you walk in the door. And then that ties in with the motivation as well. So you take it back from there into the motivation and bringing them up and making them feel absolutely good about themselves. So I always say to everybody, it's a wee motto in here, it's murder starting, but it's great finishing. Now, I've had people that's walked in here really stressed out, right? Seriously stressed out, right? And 40 minutes in, 30, 40 minutes in, and they go, do you know, I feel so good. Because that's the body, it's releasing all these good endorphins and everything for there, right? Because you don't want to feel that way. You just don't want to be feeling down. You just don't want it. You want to be strong in mind and body. That's what you're looking for, in mind and body. That's what I do in here, guaranteed 110%. So, another client had been asking me this as well, saying, is being regimented the way? Being regimented, as I said before there, being regimented only works with people that have to be regimented because they're at a high level. They're at a high level. But as I said before, I'll repeat this a wee bit, right? Because some folk are coming in and some are going out, some are coming in, some are going out for there. You've got to watch who you're training, you know, because an average person will never train as hard as a boxer or MMA or swimmers or athletes by that level and stuff like that. There's no way they'll do it. Doesn't mean to say they're less than these people, is because they're in here for general fitness. Okay? Right. Should you push a client through the pain barrier? Should you push a client through the pain barrier? Do you know, I used to believe in that, right? I used to believe in that, where I would say, 1 minute, keep going, this and that, blah, blah, blah. And I'll tell you what, I used to do that before I became a sports therapist. And what I realised was, when I became a sports therapist, was I was causing more pain. I've just checked my message, people are texting me here. I'm causing more pain in the body than what I should be doing. So that was amateurish thing on my part. It was definitely amateurish for me. So should you push a client through the barrier pain? Now what I do is I don't really push them through, get one more press up in, but the mind works. It's how the mind works. If, for talking sake, see if you just give me 2 more, see if you just give me 2 more. So there's a client was in the day, and I'm just going to mention her, our Selena. And she was on the treadmill, she had 2 minutes to go, and she went, can I stop the now? I went, just give me 2 more minutes. Just give me 2 more minutes, man, come on. And I got the 2 more minutes. Now that means so much. Now it's dead easy for me to say, you're right, I can finish early, thanks, give me your money, cheerio, see you later, lock the door. Not going to work that way with me. So it's really, you will know, you will know, I will know when I can push somebody and when I can't push somebody. I will know that. Just like taking it back before, when it talks about when somebody walks into the gym, are they really there for you, you know, or are they wasting their money? Because it's hard for people to make money these days, by the way, you know, and I'm not going to waste, absolutely not going to waste anybody's money. So anybody want to come in this, by the way, and have a wee talk, I can see the list at the bottom there, but it usually comes up full screen, but it's only coming up about that. If anybody wants to talk about some stuff there, and Stephen Marshall said he's trained for years, but he's buggered now with illness. So that's a good point, Stephen, right? It's a good point there, right? Now, what's probably happened there is, Stephen, you're saying that you trained for years, but now you're doing with illness. Now, you obviously don't need to disclose that online and what your illness is, but let's talk about that a wee bit. Whether it's a mental illness or whether it's a physical illness and things like that, we can always do something, because training makes you feel so good. Training makes you feel so good. It's absolutely a scientific fact. But what I'll do is I'll private mail you on that later on, Stephen, for there, and we'll get a longer chat on that one for there, definitely. Right, what do you need to start in personal training? So, people will go, right, I've got a personal trainer. And when you initially phone up a personal trainer, I don't give a lot of information on the phone. I like to get them into the gym and see them face to face and say, right, I see that texting and all that, I can't stand it. See the phone, I just can't stand it. What it is I like to see them face to face. So, what do you need to start? Well, you need to start, you need you to start. You need you to start. You need you to walk in and start. It's as simple as that, right? Don't come to the gym because your wife says or your man says, right? You come because you want to come to the gym. And it's as simple as that. Because if you come because your man says you're too fat or your wife says you've not got enough muscle, then you're never going to last. And I can tell you right now, 34 years of experience, by the way, and it's a long, long time, right? You're not going to last. I guarantee it. You're not going to last. I wish that, if somebody could tell me how to get that list all the way up, I'd be grateful, because I'm reading up about 2 lines at the start. People are texting me, but I don't know actually what's saying it. So you go to walk in, you bring yourself at the start. Now, this is another one that I absolutely can't stand, right? I can't stand it. And some folk will say, Stephen, I really, really want to come to the gym, but do you know something? What I'll do is when I get fitter, I'll come in and I'll come to the gym. Wow, what an absolutely rubbish saying, man. What a rubbish saying. When I get fitter, I'll come to see you. Why do you think you're coming to the gym? You're coming to the gym to get fitter. But that takes it all back to before, where I talked about people were embarrassed. People are embarrassed and they're like, oh, because I can't lift a weight, or I can't do a treadmill, or I can't go on the bike. I'm here to make that work for you. A personal trainer is there to make it work for you. That's a personal trainer's job, is to make it work for you, if you're there. So that saying will never work with me. That doesn't swallow with me. Give me 2 seconds, pop. Doesn't work. Never will work. Guaranteed. Okay, so what else have we got here? Right, this one's a good one, right? Somebody else wrote this one down. Is a personal trainer worth the money? Is it worth the money? Now, that's an area that's it's something doing, right? Something doing. Because I hear horror stories with the way some people charge. Now, that takes it back to number one, but I said I'm going to slag anybody, and I'm not slagging anybody. I'm giving my own personal view on what a personal trainer should charge. And I want to jump into this wee bit as well here, because you should be doing a 1 hour session. See the half an hour sessions in 45 minutes? No. Absolutely no. It should be 1 hour. If you're doing a half an hour training session, you're hardly even warmed up, by the way, right? The only time I will allow a half an hour or a 45-minute session is if a client will come down and say, Stephen, I have to boost to so-and-so today, really sorry, but instead of cancelling, then what it is can I just do half an hour, because you can. But to come in every week and do half an hour, no, it's not going to work. And then people getting billed full price for that video every week, no. So, our personal trainers worth their money. That's really not for me to turn around and say. That's for people to go to other gyms and decide for there. Because I always say, join the gym that suits you, no the instructor, you know, because if an instructor turns around or coach turns around and says to you, come to me because he or she is rubbish, then they just want your money. That's fact, they just want your money. I think I'm a very competitive personal trainer, very competitive price, and especially for what I do in here, you know, include so much in it. As I say, it sounds like an advert, doesn't it? It's an advert because it's my show. It's my show, as I say. So I would say, some are worth it, some probably aren't worth it, but then that's down to other people to go out there and judge for themselves. You know, it's like if somebody turns around and says, right, Stephen, I've been asked to come to you for personal training, and I've been asked to go to Jane Doe for personal training. Who do you think's the best? I would say to them, why don't you come to me for an hour? Go with Jane Doe for an hour, and you pick who you think's best for you, who you think's best for you, and that is the best way. And we have to clear this up. That's definitely the best way. But to turn around and say a personal trainer's worth the price, that's a personal choice. Because I know people that are paying over £100, by the way, for half an hour sessions. You can let me know your views on that. You know, do you think that's worthwhile? No, I don't. I'll let you decide on that one for there. Now let's go back on this. Is somebody asked me this one again, but it takes it back to the very start for there. Should trainers know how the mind works? Yes. Now, if there's any personal trainers on there, please come in. I'm not out to debate with you or out to slag you, but I really do believe you should know how the mind works. Simple as that. You should know how the mind works, because you're dealing with this day and age, which mental health is through the roof with different things, and people will walk in with an idea they probably doing biceps, triceps, but their heads everywhere, blah blah blah. So they should. But I've looked at a lot of personal training courses recently and done a wee bit of research, and they don't really do it. And if I'm wrong on that, then I'm quite sure everybody will say that. El Waspo Hill, evening my man. I will definitely I'll say that they must know that. They must know even a basic, you know, like understanding of how the mind works a wee bit for there. It's a must. It's a definite must. It's a definite must. Okay, this is a good one here, and somebody's wrote in here. Well, let me just go through this again for here. So I just want to say thanks to Turbo Trowel Plastering, safeguarding all fighters and eventualities, Niall Buck Valets, Roy Sparkling Clean Valets, High Five Commercial Cleaning, Spartan, Bare Knuckle Fight Club, MB Glass Solutions, James D. Check him out on my Facebook. It's James with a DE. Very interesting guy, by the way. And his YouTube channel is Carlton Gyro Productions. This guy is very knowledgeable and knows his stuff. Seriously, you need to watch him. Anybody want a wee shout out on your business, please just send me a wee private mail and I will put it up free of charge. Now for there, we're going to learn how to put all the wee adverts on it and different stuff for there. So, this one's a good one. Okay, is bonding with a client a must? Yes. Let me give you a wee story here. Now, this good. This one. Good evening there, Maureen. Maureen Ross is from Holistic Healing Hands. She's a Reiki master, by the way, and Maureen's actually put up a wee prize, but we're not doing prizes this week. We're going to start doing wee prizes next week. So Maureen from Holistic Healing Hands, she's a Reiki master, and any of you have seen my video, that's it's absolutely seriously, man. I'm a lover of it. You know, open your mind. Is bonding with a client a must? Good evening there, Jim Kelly. By the way, Jim Kelly, what a boxer, by the way. Seriously, man, what a boxer. Thank God I never fought him, man. Is bonding with a client a must? Yes, 150%. So, let me go back to that. So a client had told me a wee story, and she says to me, this is, by the way, this is going back a few years ago, right? And she said, blah blah blah, she came into my gym and she wanted to do a bit of training, and I say, so I always ask the question, have you trained before, and this and that. She says, I've been to a personal trainer before. So the first thing I think is, right, can you hear me now? Is the sound back on now, everybody? Right, is the sound back on? Oh, don't tell me that. Is the sound on now, people? Is it back? Excellent. Right. Unbelievable. My batteries went, by the way. Wait till I take this off. Right. Must be my battery. So, if it's a wee bit tinny, sorry about that. If it's a wee bit tinny. So, listen, I mean, I've tracked a wee bit there. So, listen, bonding with a client is an absolute must. Simple as that. You've got to do it. And as I say, anybody that knows me and is trained with me when they come in, then they'll know that how have you been, this and that. As I say, that lassie turned around and she said it was like pulling teeth. The hour felt like 10 hours. Right, that's it. Cheers, Stacey Ann. My batteries went there, man. My batteries went, so I don't know, that's unbelievable. Just to turn this off. Sorry, gang, turn this off here. Must have been the batteries there. Anyway, so that's where she felt as though she couldn't put two and two together. She couldn't put two and two together, and it was just she wasn't really looking forward to going to the training. You know, you walk in here, it's non-stop training, non-stop Gavin. What's that? Try the space in the corner for a big screen. There is not one. There is not one. There isn't one. I can't see one, people. And I don't want to touch something in case I did something wrong. I can see the bottom corner there, by the way, but that's it. Sorry about that. I'll get it. I don't see anything. So that's it. You must bond with your client. You must bond with your client, definitely. No point walking into a gym and and I do that. Aye, great. Thank you, your money, cheerio. Well, you will never last in this game. I can tell you right now. You'll never ever last. Never last. Right, Paul Moore, how you doing, Paul? Could you give me a wee call, Paul, about after 8 o'clock if you don't mind, my man? That would be great. Cheers, Tommy, man. Cheers. Okay. Right. Does a coach must have good knowledge? Yes. Yes. 100%. You've got to, you're opening up a gym. You're a personal trainer. You've got to have knowledge. You've got to have knowledge. Simple as that. Now, honestly, I think this one's coming up here is going to be a bit for you. But don't just go to YouTube, look up a couple of routines and say I'm going to teach that, because this all takes it back to the sports therapy. I'll tell you what I do with sports therapy. You could create a massive injury for somebody for there. Right? I never ever teach anything I don't know. Do you know something? I could have made a fortune in MMA. See the amount of phone calls I get and people say to me, you did personal training in MMA. And I could have been out there and learned about 5 absolutely brilliant moves, an arm bar or choke, this and that, and charge money for that. You know, never teach anything. Never teach anything you don't know. You must have knowledge of how it works. Now, I know that some courses there they will teach you sort of stuff to do with the body and this and that, but they don't get into massive detail like mitochondria and things like that, and you know, and how the body really works. And as a personal trainer, I think they really should know a lot more of that, right? So the coach must have good knowledge. It's as simple as that, right? Right. So remember, any wee questions? I'm only seeing about a wee screen at the bottom here. It's really bugging me because it's usually up at the side. But I'll do that for the next. One. And it's annoying because I can only see a bit by bit, and I might miss somebody's question. If I've missed it, repeat it, and I'll definitely get back to you for there. Okay. Right. Here's a good one. Right. Should a coach argue with a client about their life views? No. You should never argue with anybody about their life views. Never argue with anybody about their life views. Right? Never. I've only got one disagreement in here, by the way, and that's me and Joe Hughes, by the way. And Joe Hughes, when it comes to Muhammad Ali and Mike Tyson. And I'll say Mike Tyson will beat him, blah, 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 but that's banter, you know, well, that's just banter. You don't argue with folk in their life views, but then you don't turn around and just sit and take it either this and that, but you just have a gab with them about it. Then again, this is where it takes it back to the start. It's a bit Quentin Tarantino here, isn't it? And this is where it takes it back to the start about how you're bonding with people and things like that, and motivation, boom, boom, boom. You're not going to do that. You're not going to sit there and argue. If somebody's sitting there doing a bicep curl and you're saying, you're wrong, wow, man, you're just creating a horrible situation there for your client. I keep looking up there, but I keep forgetting my camera's right there. I actually wanted to do the other one. Cheers, Paul. Thank you very much. So, at the end of the day, You wouldn't argue with your clients. You're there to motivate your clients. You're there to motivate. Now, I'm not saying that you would just say aye for the sake of it. Now, remember, we've got other videos coming down the line in the sort of day with motivation, depression, anxiety, sports therapy, hypnotherapy, stuff like that. People's going to come on and talk about other views. By the way, it's going to get more and more interesting. This is just only the first one for there. Right. So here's another one. So how many times a week do you think you need a trainer? You know what that's doing to money? It's doing to money. So what I say to my clients is, right, hold on now, let's go back to Stacey here. Stacey says, how no, if you thought they were doing something wrong, blah blah blah. No, what I'm meaning, Stacey, there is, pal. What I'm meaning is I'm going to turn around and say to somebody, you're wrong about that, you're wrong about that. If they're doing something wrong in the gym, they get told off, pal. But say for talk's sake, Stacey, you're training with me and you pull up a political view or something like that, which we don't do in here, but you pull, and I turn and say you're talking rubbish, isn't it? No, I don't believe in that. But if it's in the gym, pal, and you're doing something wrong, well, you'll be told off. I'll be like, hey, wait a minute. Because I've had somebody saying to me before, aye, but the last trainer's waiting to the matter, you be me now, and if you don't like that, you get back to the other trainer. Simple as that, you know what I mean? But I got him a clue on that one, simple. So, that's what I mean by that one, Stacey, and if I've cleared up. Thanks for that wee message on that, pal. Excellent. So, how many times a week do you need a trainer? Now, that's not down to money. I just told you there that I know somebody's charging £100, by the way, for half an hour session. Who's got maybe £300 a week to train for an hour and a half a week? Who's got that money, you know? I suppose it's got that money. Now, what I usually do is people will say to me, how often do you think I should train a week? And I'll say to them, well, listen, train with me 1 day a week and I'll train you to that level. And then what I'll say is, right, listen, what I'll say is go to the Pure Gym. I mean, they're about maybe say £20 a month and it's unlimited. You can do your stuff for there, blah, 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 right? But I will guide you in what to do. And some folk have actually showed me photographs of the Pure Gym and I say, right, see that machine there? Now, so they're paying me, I charge £25 an hour. Very, very competitive, by the way, right? That's a wee advert there, isn't it? And then they'll go out with to the gym and I'll guide them and I will help them with that. Now, I've got clients that come in 2-3 times a week, but they're in the position to do that. And they want to do that. So, Stacey, I would tip your life story. Stacey, I've heard other life stories in here, pal, swear to God. And do you know something? I absolutely love it. I swear to God, I love it. I got asked the other day, do you like your job? I said, it's not a job. I love everything what I do. There's big Chris Mirlees. This is one strong guy, by the way. He's a good guy. Please be in touch with me, Chris. I've not heard from you for a while. Hope you're doing good. Very strong guy. So, training is really doing to yourself. It's really doing to yourself and how many times that you've got the money to put out there. That's what it's doing. It's doing to money. If somebody was coming to me X amount, I would probably do them a wee deal and say, I'll help you, I'll do a wee deal with this and that, blah, blah, blah. I would help them out as best I could, right? As best I could, right, for there. So, that one is really just doing, it's just really doing it yourself for there, right? So, somebody else has wrote this one down, but I've actually covered this one for here where it says 30 minutes or 45 minutes or 1 hour for training. So some folk newly coming back in here, so I'm going to repeat this again just a wee totally bit. I truly believe in a 1 hour training session. Half an hour, 45 minutes it's not going to work for me. It's not going to work, simple as that. But as I say, repeating myself a bit there, as I say, just for some newcomers coming in there, at the end of the day, it's just really because somebody might come in and say, oh, I'm going away and hold, I need to catch a flight with this and that, but I just want to train the day after. Aye, that's fine, that's no problem for you. That's great. Let me get a wee shout out to some of the people here for here. We've got Turbo Trowel Plastering, Safeguarding All Fighters and Eventualities, Niall Burke Valets, Royce Sparkling Clean Valets, Hi-Fi Commercial Cleaning, Spartan Bare Knuckle Fight Club, some mob, MB Glass Solutions, and James D with the knee, by the way, D with the knee, and he's a very interesting guy to look up, and his YouTube channel is Carlton Gyro Productions. He's very interesting, by the way, he really is. He's a good guy, So, Selena says, I've been training with you over 2 years, a great listener. Do you know why I'm a great listener, Selena? Because I put plugs in when you come in. Aye, I put plugs in. So, I don't, I'm only kidding you on. So, 1 hour training session has to be a 1 hour training session. Has to be. Simple as that.
I would argue with any coaches. I would argue with any coaches on that. I don't believe in it. No, I don't, Selena. I don't. So simple as that. Right. Here's another good one for people. Right. What happens if a client is not getting? No. Wait a minute. Before we go any further here, Chris Murley's. I took the 40 quid off you, mate. Shite at darts. No, I took it off of you. I won that. Me and Chris Murley's were doing a wee bet thing with darts, by the way. I think it was closest to the Bull or something, or in the Bull, and I go to the Bull and I won 40 quid. Simple as that. Brilliant. No, we're not giving out gold stars, Tommy Hands and Selena Rashid. Selena Rashid wanted to give out gold stars to your clients. What is this, man? This school? I mean, I need to block you tonight, by the way. So, right. So let's finish that one up there. That's 1 hour training session. There's no ifs or buts for you, right? Graham Roy's just come in there. Graham Roy, a very strong boy, fast boy at Thai boxing. By the way, I'm going to take my hat to you, Graham. You're a very hard trainer, son. A very hard trainer. So, what happens if clients is not getting results? Whose fault is that? Whose fault is that? Now, let me give you a wee daft story on this one here. When I was doing the sports remedial, right, I was at uni, and the lecturer turns around and says, listen, if a client's back or leg is not getting any better, whose fault is that? So they put their horn up because they want to see what he would say. And he turns around and says, well, it's both your faults. Mersey, by the way. So I put my horn up. I was like, well, put my horn up at uni. I think I'm 5. And I says, oh, no, I don't believe in that. No. Because you know something? I do everything I can in here, and I do everything I can in here. They've got to put it outside for there. I can't follow them 7 days a week, or phone them 7 days a week, or text them. It doesn't work that way. So I'm going to say, if a client is not getting results, by the way, it's probably because they're eating a pie supper, by the way, at about 12 o'clock at night. Simple as that. Which tastes good with beans and an iron brew. And I always say to people, when you come in here, what you do, if I do my job in here, and you do your job out there, we cannot fail. We cannot fail. I'm telling you, honest to God, this is another good one. See, if you spend as much time, I done a video on this about maybe 2-3 months ago. See if you put as much time in, when you're going out on a Saturday night, right? And you're getting your makeup on, or you're putting your suit on, or this or that, and is that right, is my hair right, and all that. Well, you probably spend hours doing that, right? Probably spend hours. But yeah, you can't sit in the gym for an hour and work on your body and make it look amazing. Simple as that. It's not the trainer's fault. It's the trainer. It's what he does in here, and I keep an eye on that. But if you walk out there and you're kebabbed out your nut, it's not my fault. It's not my fault. No, I always say to people, you remember, you're not an athlete. You're not an athlete. I always try and encourage folk, try and eat good. Maybe say Monday to Friday, meat no bad, right? And I always say Saturday, Sunday you can muck about. I had a wee chat with a personal trainer not long ago there, right? Somebody I know, I'm not going to mention names. And they says, oh no, I get my clients to try and eat 7 days a week. Aye, well, good luck with your gym, because you'll be shutting down soon with that, by the way, because people will not do it. They'll not do it. Simple as that. They'll not do it. Can I get a wee drink here? They'll not do it. So, you've got to come and go. People's got to enjoy their training. They've got to enjoy their training. Stephen Marshall, you are what you eat. That's a true saying. You are what you eat. You are what you eat, you know. That is. You've still got to enjoy yourself, people. So, it's a very, very valid one, that, when it comes up here, when it says, if clients is not getting results. Then you need to start to, let's Quentin Tarantino this, by the way, and go right back to the start. This is where it comes into the mind. What's happening in the mind? What's happening? Is it comfort food? Are they stressed out and stuff like that? If you don't understand the mind, then you won't know how to answer them. You won't know how to talk to them. I'm not saying you're a rubbish personal trainer if you don't know the mind, by the way. I'm not trying to put that out there, but it's just, even read a wee book or the biggest catalogue in the world, we just be listening to things like that. Does he qualify you, by the way? Does he qualify you? But just to sit in how people's minds work, it's good to know. And see, when you get that bond with the client on that, it's amazing. It's amazing when you get a bond with a client. Telling you, it's really good when they come in and they rely on you. They definitely rely on you, and you get to know the ups and downs of where they are. So the results thing. I mean, the results thing is it does work both ways. I've got to do my job in here, and you've got to do your job outside the gym. But you know, personal training, it can be a hard job, by the way. It can be a hard job. And I've trained quite a few young ones, and they say, well, I want to be a personal trainer, you know, when I grow up, this and that. Do you know what's weird? I tell them not to do it. That's a fact. I say, listen, don't be a plumber or a spark or a nurse or this or that. It can be a very, very hard job, by the way. Very bitching job, very bitching job. But I always say, don't do it. But do you know why they say it? Because you look at me, look where I'm at, but you forget is I've been doing this for years. I'm a dinosaur, by the way. I'm a dinosaur. I've been at this a long time, man. I've got equipment in here, by the way, it's probably older than some trainers that I know, you know what I mean? But let's talk about equipment, right? So, as I say, what equipment, Stephen Marshall, pieces in peanut butter. Peanut butter is very good protein, mate. We're going to be doing a full show on nutrition on that one, because somebody's going to come in on that, and they're very good at nutrition, so maybe bring somebody in that one. Equipment, you know, it's like, if you explain the equipment right to a client, it doesn't look as frightening to a client, right? Simple as that. It doesn't look as frightening. So when a client comes in, and the treadmill, like the newest one I got was this treadmill, right? It's a kinetic treadmill, meaning it works off your own energy fast. If you've watched, I think I recorded Jerry on that, Jerry Yu. Is it Jerry Yu? Jerry, sorry if I got that name in there. He was rapid on it, man. He was absolutely rapid. But and some folk are a wee bit scared of this, and I've managed to get used to it. And it's encouraging them. Same again, takes it back, and the mind, get in the mind, work with the client. You work with the client, everything all clicks in, makes them feel better physically. Don't walk out embarrassed. I was rubbish. So they don't get embarrassed with it. And that's how it works out. And it's explaining all the equipment properly, you know, or show them it, you can demonstrate a wee bit. Not as young as I used to be, so I'm only on it for about like 5 seconds, you know what I mean? But, and I'm off it, and I'll say, right, jump on this and we do it for there. So listen, this is some of the questions that people were asking me here, you know, and saying, go put that forward for there. It's the first one on the Mersey's Hour, and it's flew by your head, it's nearly 10 to 8. But there's going to be a lot of subjects covered, and anybody that's wanting to really talk about any certain subjects, or anybody that's wanting to come on and talk about anything, anybody want to come on in the last 10 minutes, Big Tommy says he loves the cables and the pads. Aye, definitely, he's a cable lover with a cable crossovers, without a doubt. So, good music, Stephen Marshall, you've made a good point there, Stephen, that's a good point actually, because I always play music, but let me talk about this, right? Thanks very much, Stephen Todd. But let me talk about this. You've made a very good point there, Stephen Marshall. Right, music. I play music in here all the time, but I don't play my music. See, when a client walks in, I'll turn and say to the client, what do you want to listen to? And they'll put their music on. Now, I don't know if he's still on the now, Seymour Burns. I don't like his name in case he's out there. It's Golden Axe Beats. Golden Axe Beats. And once he came in, I says, what do you want to play? And it was the I don't know if it was the Edinburgh Festival pipe band thing, something like that. And by the way, I loved it. It was good. So I listen to any music, and when you listen to music, if I put on, say for talk's sake, I put on Queen, and the client hates Queen, that client's not going to train. They're going to go, this is shit. You know what I mean? So, always rubbish. Tommy Hans says, I've always got steps on. That's actually a lot of rubbish, because it's Tommy that plays steps, and he was asking me last week if I had a poster H. I don't mean H in steps, I mean Henrik Larsson. That's what he was wanting a poster. I don't know why, but he did. So, music is very important. And when you come in and play your music, you play your music and you feel good. And what's good about that is I love music. I love music. I don't know if he's on here, no, but we've got a guy called James Duffy. Super knowledgeable, man. Why I say this guy with music? He's absolutely brilliant. And I don't know if he's on or not. But I like to hear different music all the time. So when you come in and play your music, Stephen, then you're super hyped up. Amber McNeil says, you've always got bodybuilders on the TV. No. I have. No. But do you know why I do that? Because when Aaron's training, Aaron likes the bodybuilders. And you're telling me you don't like bodybuilders, missus. You tell me you've not got a mince pie. You're looking at, by the way. I have. So, yes, we do. I know, Amber. I know that. But you see, that's a good. No, I know you don't, Amber. I know that. But you see, that's a good point that Amber's made there. and I've got bodybuilders on. So when people come in, I could probably put different things. So we've got a TV in the gym, and I could put on maybe a female fitness or this or that, and this, because people's eyes tend to look to this and that. This is what I mean by personal training. Is in here training with me is everything. Everything is to suit you. Everything's to suit you. You know, you get the music you want to hear, you've got the telly. Now, some folk might come on and say, if you're not training hard enough if you're watching telly. Listen, you get a rest now and again and you get a wee break and you can watch it. That's the psychology of how I train. I've researched all that. Just like when I told you the story about the lassie that says to the trainer, blah, 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 what do you call it? How's your weekend? Great. Busy? Right. And she left her because of that, right? Well, I mean, it'll be his fault. That's part of why he does it. That's fair enough. A diet that suits every one of you. Tommy, 150%, mate. Me and Adam were talking about you today, mate, and it was all good. So, you've got to, let's round this up now, because we're coming near the end, right? We're coming near the end. So, let's round that up. You've got to be there for the client 100%. You've got to, you're doing it for the client. I'm still the boss, by the way. I'm still in charge, right? I'm still in charge. But do you know what I'll do as well sometimes, right? And I'll do this with some clients as well, is sometimes a client come in, they've got to be in for a wee while before I do this, and then I'll say to them, right, what do you want to do today? Do you want to do that? Have you been listening to what I've been saying? Have you been listening? And then I'll say, I want you to build your routine today, but I will motivate you on that routine. I will motivate you. And it's amazing the folk that will come in and go, I don't know. But I've showed you a million stuff, boxing, Thai boxing, whatever, isn't it? Blah, blah, blah. I've showed you all that. So, that's good, man. And then some folk will say, well, I quite fancy that, quite fancy that. That's good, shows you've been 100% listening. You don't get criticised if you don't. But that's how I work, mind and body. That's all my counselling and stuff and skills that all creep in to be the sport and how you put it together. Because when you come in, you feel good, you feel a massive part of it. You feel a big part of it. It's not like come in, give me money, thanks, cheerio, and you're boot out the door. And you're sitting there, you've built a routine, you feel good about yourself. Clients said that a couple of weeks ago. They didn't think they could put it together, and they built a routine for themselves, which I thought was really good. And then I motivated them on that routine. You only do that now and again. I don't do that all the time. It's my job to build routines for them. So listen, I've been really, really happy with this. I've kept a bad wee sort of a group coming on there. Let me just say this out again for here. You get Turbo Towel Plastering, safeguarding all fires and eventualities, Niall Buck Valets, Roy Sparkling Clean Valets, High Five Commercial Cleaning, Spartan Bare Knuckle Fight Club, MB Glass Solutions, and James D. Carlton Gyro Productions, and Holistic Healing Hands with our very own Maureen Ross. Now listen, I'll be putting more folk in. Some folk might go, how come you never mentioned me? It's because I've not probably told you that, and I'll be putting up, I'll be able to put wee stickers up and things like that for there. What we're going to actually do next week is we're going to be working on like sports therapy stuff. So we'll be probably putting that up. Might change a wee bit, and I'll be demonstrating, you know, like injuries. If somebody's got an injury, so you can come on and say, well, feelers on my back, and what do you do? I will have somebody here, and we'll get all cameraed up, and we'll be able to demonstrate, and I'll point out, we'll see that. So we're going to be doing a live event. I'm going to be doing a live event on that one. Aaron said he loves the wheel. Aaron is probably the best at the wheel, man. He goes down to about a millimetre, man. Seriously. Nobody's ever done it that for. But you want to go for the daddy, mate, and the daddy is standing up and all the way down. So we're going to be working on that one for there. And listen, I've enjoyed this today. I've totally enjoyed it. I'm just a wee bit disappointed that I never got my stickers up and things like that. Stephen Todd, it's going to be on every Sunday, 7 PM. Doesn't matter if one person's listening or 1,000 people are listening. I'm always open to any ideas. I'm always open to any ideas on what you want to talk about and different stuff for there. There's our Darren McDivitt's just come in there. He was a hard trainer, by the way. Very hard trainer, our Darren. I hope you're still training and keeping up, by the way. Definitely. So, we're going to go on every Sunday and talking about, you know, different things. We won't discuss religion and things like that, but we will be taking other topics in. We will be bringing other things in. I'm not going to discuss that right now, but it's going to be. Anybody that's going to be wanting to get their business involved in it, if you want a wee shout out, it's free of charge, by the way. We'll put it out for there, and we'll put in, you know, a wee shout out and say, this is so and so and so and so. It doesn't cost you a penny. There's Keith McTavish just come in there, by the way. He's come in at the very last minute. He's a strong boy, you know, he's a good. All these people, I'm going to take a punch off these people, by the way. I'm telling you, you can't beat me anyway, I'm wearing glasses. So, listen everybody, I've really enjoyed this. I've really enjoyed it tonight. A couple of wee hiccups because I didn't have the right software that done my logos, my videos, but we'll have that sorted by next week for there. As I say, next week is going to be, will probably be sports therapy, and we'll be picking out maybe some injuries. So I'll be bringing in a model for that one, and I'll be showing you how they kind of do that. How you feeling this and this and that? We're going to be chat about it as well. Or I might just get a general chat. I'm unpredictable with some stuff like that for there. It's just, that's just how it works for me. So, and anybody want to come on and talk about their injuries and how they're feeling with different stuff, then I will put it together. I'll help them. I'll demonstrate it, and I'll also private mail people and say, right, listen, we can do this, and you can do that for there. Aaron's saying do a Thai boxing video, mate. That's got to be done. That's got to be done. Definitely a Thai boxing video, without a doubt. It's loving my life sport, no, I mean that in boxing. So we definitely, as I say, this is going to go on, you know, for a long time now. And actually, you know, it's weird. I thought it was only going to be about maybe 40 minutes or 30, 40 minutes, but we're right on to the 55 minutes here for there. So listen, everybody, I just want to thank everybody that's come on, and I need to work out this wee thing here, because I need to see it full screen. I need somebody to show me that. I don't know what that was. Thanks, Tommy Hans. And I've thoroughly enjoyed that. It's going to be every week. Now, we're going to get into some deep subjects, by the way. We're going to get into some very, very deep subjects. I want to get into a lot of things like, you know, transgender and things like that. That's subjects that I want to bring on board. But we don't want anybody criticising him or her. We don't want that, you know, simple as that. We just want to be talking about the right things and putting people forward. But don't want to go back away. We want to go forward. Simple as that. So listen, everybody. Please remember, stress kills you. Worrying kills you. There is no point in worrying about anything in life. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen. Just enjoy everything. You get one shot of this life. And you know something? I always remember standing above my dad's coffin, and I remember thinking, if my dad's standing next to me right now, he would say, son, I don't get another chance, but I do. I love you all to bits, by the way, and thank you very, very much for watching.